What's up, you guys? I am so excited to get to today's episode. But first, I've got to give a huge shout out to our partner, Factor. I love Factor meals so much. You guys can keep it going with your New Year's resolutions to eat healthier. And right now, we've got a great deal for you. You can head to factormeals.com/glitter50 and use code glitter50 for 50% off. That is code glitter50 at factormeals.com/glitter50 to get 50% off. That's a deal, you guys.
Okay, rolling.
All right.
Don't say rolling around Justine Marino.
Yeah. Did you know, I saw a fun fact today. Limp Bizkit's Rollin' is one of the top 10 most expensive music videos of all time. It cost $3 million to make.
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
That is a waste of money. I mean, you're responsible for most of the streams.
I am. Agree to disagree. Guys, welcome to Glitter and Garbage. I'm Justine Marino, joined here today by one of my favorite guest co-hosts. He has co-hosted possibly more than anyone else ever has or should. Hilarious comedian, writer, actor, executive producer of Idiot Test, host of Idiot Test, dog owner, dog dad, friend, fashion icon, ring wearer. It is Ben Gleib, you guys.
What up? Hello, everybody.
You've got a cool vibe going today.
Oh, thank you.
These boots are sick.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I like the boots.
I like them. Do you have something later tonight that you're wearing the outfit for?
First of all, I care more about my fashion when I come to do your pod because you're such a fashion icon.
Can I just say multiple people have said that they step up for my pod, and it means so much to me that that's the energy I'm putting out, that like you have to look good to be my friend.
I like that you put out a very judgmental energy. It's really nice of you. Yeah, I have a date tonight, a first date.
Okay.
And I'm torn about something. I would love your thoughts on it.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about it.
So, she lives far.
Okay.
And like in a mountainous area.
Okay, so far, like what, are we 45 minutes?
Like the drive is like 35 minutes, but also like up a mountain towards the end. That's like very remote, no restaurants near it.
Treacherous as well.
Treacherous. And so I'd have to pick her up and then take her back down the mountain, probably another 20 minutes minimum to a restaurant.
Wow.
And then back at the end of the night, and then back 35 to my house. So it's like probably an hour 45 to 2 hours of driving.
Yeah.
Which I'd be happy to do. I mean, it's not ideal and she should move. But I'm happy to do it for a first date or any date normally.
Right.
But I woke up a little tired, feeling a little run down. I'm leaving for Mexico in the morning at Zihuatanejo birthday weekend where I'm performing and relaxing.
Amazing.
I still have to do laundry. Okay. Several loads, at least 2 loads of each.
Okay.
I got to get a pedicure. I got to do a Patreon hang with my patrons, patreon.com/Ben Gleib if you want to join. Today after this. And I have other work to do. And I have a very early flight and got to drop Henry, my dog, off at the people that are house sitting him, that are pet sitting him.
They're house sitting him. He's a house now.
I have to drop the house off. It's a mobile home.
I love it. You live inside Henry now.
I live inside of him. That's correct. We're very close.
Now,
and so I don't know is it completely uncouth for me to message her and explain some of this and say, normally I would always, of course, pick you up, but is there any chance you'd be down to come to my neck of the woods for dinner? Like, just come to my house and I'll drive us from here or something.
So, I mean, I'm a rules girl. I don't know if you are familiar with that very old school dating book from back in the day.
No.
It was like in the 90s. It's the same kind of train of thought of like he's just not that into you, which is like, yeah, basically that could send a message that you're not that into her. I mean, if you're giving the caveat that you have all this stuff to do, which by the way, this is like the most Ben evening ever.
That's so true.
I have a first date. I have to get a pedicure, a Patreon hang, laundry, and other work and pack in.
And a dog drop off and haven't packed and
have to be up for an
already
early,
tired on like 4 hours sleep.
And
I
have to be
up into 2
for an early flight.
Yeah, I mean, it's so rushed today that I had to stop on the way here to get my first bite of food for this 3 p.m. recording, and I stopped at 7-Eleven, got the 7-Eleven fancy charcuterie board, and then stopped again at McDonald's drive-thru because I felt like I needed something warm. And now I'm drinking a McDonald's Diet Coke, which I don't drink normally.
Well, you're drinking it right now.
You're damn right I am.
Well, okay, so there aren't any restaurants by her.
Apparently only 2 near her, but she did say on the phone, There's only 2 here, and like breezed by it so fast it was clear she doesn't want to again go to those 2.
Okay, so like those are the 2 she's always going to on dates, probably.
I guess. I mean, I didn't want to frame it like that. She's going on lots of dates. Like I'm just part of an assembly line here. Holy shit. Also, and then I also like not in the most rules like chivalrous thing, but I'm so unfamiliar with this part of town she lives in. I literally said to her, how does one go out with somebody who lives where you live? And then she was like, I don't know, you just fit. And I'm like, maybe you could suggest places that we could go to.
Yeah.
And she only suggested 1 and $4 signs on Yelp. Okay. 4. I'd never even seen a $4 sign
There's
place.
4 exists.
But I would 4
on a first date.
What is this? A wedding or a bar mitzvah? What are we? Are we locked up for life here? This is an exploratory commission.
This is. I think she's kind of testing you. She's testing the waters a little bit, maybe.
I guess so.
So I recently went to a baby shower that was near where this person lives.
Okay.
It was at a wine bar. This person, you know her. She had a baby shower at a wine bar. Do the math.
Oh, yeah. Guys aren't invited to that, or there were some guys there and I wasn't invited?
No, not
I'm ready
really.
to be bitter.
No, not really. Mostly girls.
Okay, I saw some pictures on my list. Maybe there was one guy I was hoping he was gay. I hope he was gay.
He was.
Okay, thank you.
But
I like that you guys are cool again now, though.
yeah, no, we're cool. We're cool. I'm cool with everyone.
You're
man.
cool with everybody.
I'm cool.
I'm not, apparently.
You're not?
No,
not enough to get to the wine bar baby shower invite.
I could be gay at a wine bar.
I mean,
I'd take that sentence back.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what that even means.
You could pull dick at a wine bar, I think, with this fit.
Thank you.
That's a compliment.
Sure. But also very, very heterosexual vibes as well in this outfit.
I think so. Yes, it could go either way.
It's hard for you to even stay on that side of the studio right now because you want to jump over here.
With the boots. It's a powerful I was going to say conversation.
Yep.
The glasses though too, and the hair is good.
Oh, good. Thanks.
So I would say either go do a little research, find a restaurant near her.
I have to add research to this day agenda.
How bad?
That in?
Okay,
I could ask Jackie to do it.
You could ask your assistant to do it. That's what assistants are for.
I know, but I don't delegate well because then I'm just gonna have to ask her so many questions about what made her choose the restaurant she chose. It'll be longer than just Googling.
This is why I do everything myself.
I know, same.
Let me ask you this: how much do you like this person? Like, are you really excited to go out with her?
I don't take people out if I'm not very excited.
Okay, great. I love that.
But also, all the things I mentioned.
You have a lot
of
things.
Date 1, and also you got to set. You don't want to like over deliver.
You want to under promise.
You want to under deliver and let them down a little. Is kind of my dating philosophy.
So
there's only up for that from there or further down.
Yeah.
There's those 2 options.
There's just the 2. Yeah,
or
further.
Stay the same.
There's always further down.
There's always further down.
Okay, so I mean, you could be taking her to 7-Eleven for a charcuterie board.
I could mention that. I could say, listen, this could be worse.
We could be having McDonald's Diet Cokes right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I think if you were very specific about saying, I normally would never ask someone to do this on a first date. It's just I have this trip very early tomorrow and a pre-planned thing, a work commitment, and it's just going to take me, by the time I get over there, it might be a little bit late. It might be easier if you came to my neck of the woods. I'm happy to drive us from my place. Or if you're not cool with that, I will happily come over. But I just thought maybe with the timing, it might be a little bit easier.
Yeah. Then there's the flip. It's that if she does come to me, then maybe she'll come in afterward and we'll end up talking for many hours. And it'll be harder for me to have an end time.
See, that's also, if it's me, I'm going over there. You're in more control of like when the date ends. And then you can also be like, if it's not going very well, I have to go. Right. I've got something in the morning.
Yeah, because once girls come over to my place, they don't want to leave. You know what I mean? It's a great time.
Great. It's the pool, Henry.
Yeah.
I mean, the house is Henry, obviously.
We live inside them.
The hot tub. Mm-hmm. It's like a gorgeous, you've got the ashram, mm-hmm. It's a great time.
Have I told you so you think the move is go to her? Then I'll tell you what.
I think the move for me is go to her. I'm lazy and I'm also
talking this 2 hours.
But I don't understand if it's 35 minutes there and then you take
another 35 back, so that's an hour
35
and
back
10,
to your house?
Right, and an hour
Why
10.
Why are you going back to your house?
At the end of the night, I'm saying. Hour 10.
Okay.
And then 20 minutes each way to dinner. That's another 40. We're at an hour 50. 1.5. I've done the math already.
I feel like, though, if you have her come over, then we're getting into the thing of like staying, and then you're going to be in that awkward thing of like, hey, can you leave?
Yeah. Or I could just say, do you mind if I start doing laundry? I asked my mom her thoughts on this, and she was like, just fold laundry. And I'm like, are you seriously suggesting on a first date that I ask her to watch me do laundry? Mm-hmm. And but then now I'm considering it.
I mean, it's a great way to get someone to feel like they should leave.
Yeah, it's true. So you still think I should go to her?
I'm the wrong person to ask because I'm very like, I'm an only child. I'm like, you got to make me feel special and you got to come to me. Why am I doing the work? Be chivalrous.
Even in an instance like this, if a man said all those things to you.
If a man said all those things to me, I would be like, hey, why don't we do it another night when you don't have 9,000 things?
That wouldn't be the worst thing either.
Okay, so here's what I'm saying is, why don't you just say that to her? Because the more I'm thinking about it, the more any way a date happens, it's going to be taking several hours out of your night. That's as true. Of now, I'm concerned, it's like 3 p.m. now.
Right.
I already don't have faith that you're going to get what you have to do without the date.
The only problem is I'm like barely in town the next 3 weeks. And so it probably would like delay it 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's quite a...
Yeah, it's quite a delay.
Jump. It's quite a delay.
It's a jump.
Can I tell you a very separate, very embarrassing thing now that you mentioned my hot tub?
Yes.
I don't think I've mentioned this on the podcast.
Fucking mention it.
But it's very embarrassing, and I only offer this kind of scoop for your listeners.
You guys get the real scoop. Remember last time when I forced you to
Yeah, that was the worst. I like to wish that wasn't... I didn't even approve a clip to be on social media because every clip you sent me, I was like, this is not...
Literally no clips were made for that episode because it was so bad and I forced you to talk and I felt bad, but it was good stories. Am I wrong, Glitterati? Back me up here. It was a good story.
God. And I'm never telling you personal stories again off the air, by the way. It's only an on-air relationship right now. Off air, I'll be like, hello, Justine Marino. Great to see you again. I trust all is well. Shall we record? You can't have any background information.
So your hot tub story.
Yeah. So did I ever tell your audience that I got a hot tub, but I was saving for a hot tub and I wasn't saving the money fast enough and I was sick of not having one?
No.
So the hot tub I got is... a plastic inflatable hot tub?
No.
Do you know that even?
What? But wait, Ben, it's in the ground.
It's not in the ground.
It's not?
You've seen it, no? You haven't been over since I got it, I think, actually.
Oh, really?
No, it's not in the ground. It's an above ground, but even fancy ones can be above ground. In the ground is like insanely expensive. It's like $70,000 to get in ground.
I guess I have. Have I seen it? When did you get it?
I don't know the answer to that. I got it maybe 6 months ago, 7 months ago.
I guess maybe I haven't been over in the past 6 or 7 months.
You haven't. And here's the thing. It looks wooden.
Okay.
It looks beautiful. Even from like a foot away, it's very convincingly looks like a cedar tub. Okay? Like, I'll say it like this. Nikki Glazer, it's got great taste, was over and was an inch from this hot tub and turned to me and said, what'd you pay for this, $13K? And it's an inflatable hot tub I got for $1,000 on Amazon.
Wow.
Okay. We then sat in it for hours. It's very enjoyable. It's a wonderful experience. Mm-hmm. You'll love it, except you'll never get in it because you hate water.
I hate getting in water.
You don't love water. She hasn't showered in 18 years.
No, I love a shower quick in and out, but I do dread it.
Weird.
I dread it.
How quick? You got to wash all the parts.
No, I wash all the parts. I'm OCD. I take enough time.
Great.
But I just hate being wet because I know once I'm in water, I'm going to have to get out and it's going to be cold and I'm going to be wet and it's going to be cold.
Yeah, it's not really cold. You get the steam off of you for a little while and then you immediately dry in and dry off and go inside, or you go right to the fire pit. My fire pit's also plastic.
Well,
it's not. It's full brick. So here's where it's incredibly embarrassing. It looks great. The experience is lovely. Granted, there are no seats inside of it, so I had to buy a separate seat so you kind of like just float in there and sink in. But it's a good experience. It's really lovely. Nobody knows the difference. Yes, you do, but you don't. It's a close second. Okay, but. So there was this other girl that I had met at Burning Man, and she's a really cool girl, and we were making plans for her to come over to my house because she loves a hot tub. Mm-hmm. And she was like, "Ooh, I can't wait to hot tub at your place." She had a voice like that. She was like, "Ooh, I can't wait to hot tub at your place." I like the ooh, you know.
Yeah, I love an ooh.
It was a hot ooh. Mm-hmm. And then I'm at like a friend's like whatever like open mic thing at their house in Venice like a few days later.
Wait, you went to a friend's open mic?
There's a friend that was like singing. He wants to sing, and so he was singing and there were people that opened for him and I was just there like smoking weed and sitting half outside watching the singing happening.
Say no more.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm involved in a lot of things lately that I don't understand myself.
Yep.
But so it was the most unforced error in history. If you're a baseball fan, you know the term. So this girl's there. She's sitting next to me on the couch, and the guy whose house this thing is at says, "Man, I should get a hot tub, but I don't know, they're really expensive." And just for no reason, I say to him in front of her, "You know what the best hack is for a hot tub?" He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Inflatable."
Oh my God.
And she looks at me, she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, it looks real, but it looks wooden, but it's inflatable." And she did not ever come over, and now has a boyfriend. That is not me.
Wow.
Yep.
So you actually helped get her matched up
I
by
guess.
giving that tidbit, that hack.
I mean, it was the most unforced error. I then saw her like 3 months later at that same house, and I was like, "How's your relationship going?" She's like, "Going really good." And she's like, "You should really get like a real hot tub." And I was like, "Not bad idea."
Did she say that?
She did say it.
Really?
I mean, we were talking, we're friends, so like we were
joking.
I mean, she wasn't joking, but
Really?
but you can like say serious jokes with your friends, you know?
That's insane.
I mean, she really has me in my head about it because
that's crazy to me that I mean, I could get me busting your balls like, oh, it's a fake hot tub.
Right.
It's plastic, whatever. You have floating seats, sure.
they don't float, they sink.
Okay, perfect.
Otherwise, you'd be not very stable in there.
Above. You're just
Above
floating.
ground. You can't get in the water. It's like a boat.
Yeah, it's like the fucking piece of wood.
Please don't curse.
Okay. But I have to say, I think that's kind of rude that she would be like, get a real hot tub.
I mean, I don't disagree.
That's rude.
She's got me in my head about it. And then I'm like real in my head about it in general. I haven't even used it now in a couple months. And then also I was on Raya, I think it was Hinge or Raya, but Raya the other day, I think, one of the dating apps. And this girl, like I said, like, "What are your favorite things to do?" And you're like off time. And I swear to God, she writes to me a bunch of things. And I wrote back, I'm like, "I love those things and hot tubbing." And she writes back to me, "Oh, I'm adding hot tub to my list, but it can't be plastic. Got to be cedar." Literally just offered this up.
Did this woman like put out a newsletter? She's like, "Do not go to Ben's hot tub at under any circumstance.
It's plastic.
It's plastic.
Don't be fooled.
Do not be fooled. You'll be had by Ben Gleib.
You will have the plastic pulled over your eyes." And I feel weird about it. And also I feel weird sharing the story here. This is the conundrum of being a comedian in general. Like, as a person, I don't want anyone hearing this story. I would never offer it up. As a comedian,
it's so funny.
I know I really want to entertain people. And so I share my very embarrassing life decisions with all of you.
I love how vulnerable you are, though.
Thank you.
Well,
women find that attractive, even though sometimes you have to soak in plastic to kind of enjoy it.
Even with a plastic hot tub,
it's got better bubbles than most hot tubs.
There you go.
It goes 104 degrees.
Okay.
Sure, as soon as you get in it does start rapidly dropping.
Okay, great.
Temperature-wise.
And the plastic doesn't melt or anything?
No, it's you can even sit on the edge. It's very strong.
Sturdy,
It looks like wood. It gives the impression of wood.
Nikki Glaser thought it was $13K.
Nikki Glaser from 6 inches away was like, "What'd you pay for this? $13K?"
Yeah.
And that's that. We sat in it together for 2+ hours. Wasn't like, "Let's get out of this plastic hot tub."
Yeah.
Loved it. Could have sat in for 4 hours if we weren't turning so wrinkly.
Love it.
Yeah. She, like a lot of people, enjoy hot water and sometimes get in it.
I actually saw a movie recently called Night Swim with Mitch.
This is as close as you'll get to the water. Is a film about water.
But also in the movie, the villain is the pool. Like,
this is your problem.
It is. So I was like, well, this is definitely not helping me ever getting into water of any kind. Because my whole thing is also, I don't like being wet, but I don't like, you can't really.
Sorry, Mitch.
I should rephrase that. I don't like being wet, like outside of my body, on like my legs, my arms, my back. But
sure. You don't like being wet on your back. That's how you fixed that statement. You certainly fixed it. I don't like being wet on my legs, my back, but inside I don't mind it at all. We'll be right back. What kind of a statement? So you watched a movie.
I watched the movie, but the other thing that I don't like about...
What you have to do is watch a movie called, like, My Buddy the Jacuzzi. You need to watch like things that indoctrinate you towards enjoying water, not horror films.
My Buddy the Jacuzzi. Oh my God. No, it's scary. That's the other thing though, is like in water, especially the ocean. I would never go in the ocean.
You're crazy. It's one of the great experiences in life.
You've been with me one of the few times I've been in the ocean, like in the last like 20 years.
We were all naked.
Yeah, we were.
That's not the best way to do it.
I was wet inside and outside. That
You
night.
were. Your back.
My back, my legs, everything.
Your legs, your back.
My something and my crack. Do you remember that song?
Yeah, that's why I was singing it.
Okay.
And the word you censored was pussy. And we all know that. I don't know why you would censor that. I asked you to cuss.
But the other thing is like I do always think like, oh, but what if there's something down there that I can't see? This like
In your pussy?
No.
Did I misunderstand something?
In the water.
Oh.
So it's like the cold factor,
Yeah.
the like being covered in chlorine factor dries your skin.
The ocean doesn't have chlorine.
Okay, but it has salt, and then it's like
Salt's great
salt
for your skin.
everywhere.
No, it's great for your skin. It's rejuvenating.
Okay, fine. But then in the ocean, there actually is a bunch of shit that you can't.
I mean, when we were all skinny dipping that time in Cabo, there was like a jellyfish tide, and we all got like many of us got low grade stings.
Mm-hmm. I didn't, but thank
well,
God, I would
lucky.
never be in the water again. I wouldn't even shower after that if that were the case.
You wouldn't want to shower off the stings?
Well, don't you have to pee off the stings? Did you guys pee on each other?
No.
You smiled like something happened.
Just the way you asked it kind of intrigued. Did you guys pee on each other?
Well, I'm like, what? How drunk was I that I missed this?
We were all drunk. I mean, that was wild.
It was wild.
I think at the end I was like rolling around like a walrus on the shore.
That sounds about right.
In the moonlight.
That sounds about right.
I regret it. Why am I 45 and still single?
I have no idea. When you say things like I was rolling like a walrus in the moonlight, the girls must come running to your
away.
Okay. Well, I think we've solved your problem.
Have we?
Well,
I should just stop dating.
You should never date again.
I should hang it up.
Hang up the jersey. You're fucking retired. Here's what I'll
What if I had to mesh with the girl for tonight and I'm like, here's an idea. Why don't you just come over and go plastic tubbing with me?
I mean, that's one way to find out if she's in or not. But if she's gotten the newsletter from the other girl, it's a done deal.
That's a good point.
I think you should reschedule personally.
But that seems really not nice to do the day of a date a few hours before.
Okay, fine. Then,
right? And
then it seems like you want her to come over, but
I do.
And you want me to say yes. But I personally, as a girl, putting myself in her position, would be a little like. Did you say you were going to go get her?
I did.
Oh, my God.
I was like real confident. I was like 8 p.m. I didn't even say like, is 8 p.m. cool? I'm like 8 p.m.
No, okay, then you left this. Guys always leave like the most important piece of information out. You left out the part where you actually told her you were going to, like, then case closed. You have to go get her.
I have to go get her.
Sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say go get her. Do a light Google search. It will take 4 minutes maybe.
I'll do it while driving.
Perfect. Okay.
I have a self-driving button that half self-drives.
There you go.
I don't feel like I can get into an accident while I'm driving.
Oh.
And Googling.
My car braked for me on the way over here.
That's nice.
Wasn't it nice?
Was there...
Well, I was just pulling up and probably would have rear-ended someone. But I actually just bought my car. It's officially mine
I saw this. Congratulations.
Thank you. The whole reason I did it was because I saw when I was in there debating if I wanted to lease another car or buy the one I've been leasing, someone did a gong when they bought
Yeah, they let you ring a bell.
And I go, do I get to do the gong if I buy it? And they said yes. And I was like, where do I sign?
That's so funny. But also, like, I'm very excited for you. Is this the first time you bought a car?
I bought my last Prius I bought, but it was used. So this is the first time I like.
This one is still used.
It's used by me.
Yeah, but it's still.
It's technically used.
Also, you know what? Like, I'm very excited for you, but also, you bought a car in the least exciting way possible. Like, you posted online, like, I bought a car. And I messaged you. I'm like, oh my God, congrats. What is it? You're like, I just bought the car I already have. I'm like, oh, that's deflating. It's like a hot tub deflating slowly.
Well, at least it's not made of plastic.
Okay, that's hurtful. It probably has plastic in it.
But you know what's crazy is right after I bought the car.
What is crazy?
Or actually, no, this happened the night before I bought the car. After I was done recording last week. Had a wonderful episode last week. On my way home, I was like, you know what? It's kind of rainy out. I think I'd like to get a baguette because I have a lovely soup at home. So I stop at Whole Foods to get this baguette.
Yeah.
And I go in, I grab it. I grab this little like vegan candy bar that I really like. And I'm checking out and I put my card in and I put my, code in and finish up. And the girl goes, oh, wait, cancel that. And I go, oh, it already went through. And she goes, oh, I charged you $7.60. And I was like, oh yeah, $7.60. That's fine, whatever. And she goes, no, I charged you $760. And I was like, excuse me? And she goes, oh yeah, I'm so sorry. It had 100 as the number of items from the last order.
That's a lot of baguettes.
That's a lot. So on the receipt, it actually said 101 baguettes. I paid $757 for this baguette.
You're the Cruella de Vil of bread.
I really am. 101 baguettes.
My God.
But so then I'm like, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm sure Wells Fargo recognized that this is a weird charge to spend $757 at Whole Foods.
Normally that's just 3 lunches.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not that crazy of charge at Whole Foods.
Everyone who says Whole Foods, oh, more like whole paycheck, which I think is a very hacky joke.
Exactly.
Like clearly that
you shouldn't have said it.
But clearly those people have never been to Erewhon. Like
Erewhon's crazy.
Like $757 at Erewhon makes sense to me.
Yeah, I'm still holding on to 3 jars from the one time I went to Erewhon because it's like you can get $9 back for each of these jars. I'm like, I guess I'm gonna hold them back and like act like the guy with the cart in front of my house that goes through the garbage cans. Like, I'm gonna bring back jar. Mom's like, you're never gonna bring them back. I'm like, I will bring them back, and I won't, but I'm gonna keep them.
But you can reuse them. They're nice glass jars.
A million glass jars. That's what I was gonna do. I would do that a long time
All right.
ago.
Well, whatever.
I keep them clean. I have to clean them again. Come on.
Yeah.
At one point, I'm gonna go to an Erewhon.
An Erewhon?
Yeah.
Did you just call it Erewhon?
A Rewhon.
I love you.
I love you too.
So I checked my account. It did go through.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, okay. And
why didn't she just cancel it right after?
Exactly. And she goes, oh, let me get a manager. The manager refunds me, gives it back to me. And I'm like, okay, let me just check my account to make sure it went back in. It hasn't. And I'm like, oh, it hasn't gone in. She goes, oh, it could take a few minutes or a few days. And I was like, okay. Meanwhile, no one is acting like this is a big deal. Everyone's just acting like they constantly make these kinds of errors. Like the way they were so casual about this $757 baguette, really, I took issue with.
How was the baguette, though?
It was really delicious. It was worth every penny, every $757.
Did they let you hit the gong at Whole Foods?
They did. No, but I did speak to a supervisor, and he was very nice and was like, hey, we're so sorry. We're not trying to be dismissive. Here's a $50 gift card. And then
that's nice.
Yeah, he was really nice. And then he goes,
I could overcharge me all day if I get the money back at $50
I know. That's
card.
why I was like, okay. But
wow.
You have to make a little bit of a fuss.
That's really nice, though. $50 gift card.
$50.
You can get that favorite candy bar again.
I know. I got the one candy bar. But then he was like...
The place is basically a whole paycheck. You know? Wahole Foods, you know what I mean?
Wahole Foods.
Yeah.
But then he was offering me like, can I give you anything else to go with your dinner? Like a steak. He was offering me these like nice pieces of meats, and I was like, I'm vegan, you're making it worse. But thank you.
Take it and give it to Mitchell.
I know I should have, but I really was just so shocked because the girls were like, oh, sorry, I charged you like $757.
You were so shocked you could take the gift card but not the meat for Mitch.
Well, it was just like too much to go like...
I'm too shocked to take the meat. Please, give me a gift card, all you can do. Please, I'll make a big fuss about this. But no meat for my boyfriend.
No meat. Well, then I was trying to think like, do I want like some Beyond sausages or something? And then I was like, no, I just want to go have my soup with my $750 baguette.
Jesus. Yeah, also, you know why it's not natural to be vegan is because they keep faking meat. Like, if it's great to be vegan, just be happy with food that's meant to be vegan. Like, stop pretending to be meat and cheese. Here's cheese made of cashews and peas. It's like, no. Just if you're meant to be able to eat just non-meat, then live that life. Don't be trying to also eat sausage and be vegan same time. It's rude.
Well, some of us just care about the animals, but we still liked the taste of meat. So it's like, where's our place?
Okay, now I feel bad.
You know?
No, I'm sorry.
Some of us care about the environment.
Take it back.
I am wearing leather shoes, so I don't care that much about it. But yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I do my part as much as I
like
can.
that your shoes are made of a better material than my hot tub. I would love a leather hot tub. Are you kidding?
My shoes cost more than your hot tub.
Oh my God. It's a very effective solution. I got to say, it's a great hack. It was like maybe $900 for the tub.
How much
about
for the
$1,000 or $1,500, maybe $1,500 to install the power adapter near, but it runs on regular power. The seats, $40 each.
How many seats do you have?
well, I now have 4. I originally had 2. When Nikki and I were in it, I had 2 seats. And she said, we're in this tub, and she says, these seats are great. Eventually, you should maybe work your way up to getting like a full amount of seats. Maybe eventually you'll get 4 or 5 seats. And then the next day I just bought 2 more and got 4. I don't feel like I need 5. It's overkill.
Yeah, that's a lot. But how many people can it comfortably sit?
6 or 7.
Okay.
It's pretty big.
All right.
I had a party and there was like 7 people in it. There was one man sitting on the edge. I had to tell him, please don't sit on the edge. This is plastic.
You had a party? I don't remember getting an invite.
This was a giraffe-only party.
Okay.
This was not
a commoner party. This was giraffes only.
It was members only.
Got it.
You're not a giraffe.
The Giraffe Gang or
the Grateful Giraffes.
The Grateful Giraffes.
Yeah, that's a group I'm in. I shouldn't.
You said it on the last one.
Oh, good.
We'll move on.
Yep.
Okay.
But I think I maybe still invited you actually.
No, I don't think I was invited.
Yeah, I think maybe I did. And
no, I was. I'm looking at my notes here, and it says specifically on my notes, was not invited to the Grateful Giraffe party.
That's weird because the guy sitting on the edge was not a giraffe either, but he's interested in being a giraffe and he has giraffe energy.
So
do you think you have giraffe energy?
What is giraffe energy?
Well, do you think you have it or not? Something you just kind of know about yourself.
I don't think so.
See?
I think I'm more like I have more like a lion's energy.
Oh, I was going to say mouse from Five Gone West.
You know what? I was going to say something small, like a little rodent too. Like I'm really like fast and...
They can be adorable.
No, cute, small.
Somewhere out there beneath the pale moonlight.
I used to love Fievel. Oh my God, that was so good.
Five Gone West even was okay. Not as good as the original.
It wasn't as good. Oh, I used to sob in Fievel. I'd be like,
so
can
sad.
he please just get back to his mom? For the love of God, they're looking at the same moon.
Yeah, they're looking at the same moonlight. And like, I also loved how in that movie, like that was Fievel's voice, like somewhere. And then they had Peebo Bryson do the other version of the song. He was like, somewhere out there, love can see us through.
What's up, you guys? Taking a little break here to shout out once again our partner Factor. I am loving my Factor meals so much. I just placed another order. They are so easy. You guys know I don't set foot in a kitchen. I make Mitch do all of our cooking. He is such an angel, and he has really been enjoying the Factor meals because they're so easy. We just pop them in the fridge, take them out when they're ready to go. It's quick, it's fresh. You don't have to cut anything, and you guys know I have cutting gloves. That's how bad I am at cutting vegetables. So I don't need to be doing any of that. I don't need my chain metal gloves anymore. You guys, Factor has taken care of all of it for me. It's delicious, fresh ingredients. You don't have to shop, none of that. Let Factor take care of all of it for you, you guys. Right now, you can head to factormeals.com/glitter50 and use code glitter50 to get 50% off. That is code glitter50 at factormeals.com/glitter50 for 50% off. You guys, this is a deal. Save yourself some time. There are so many different delicious meals you can have. I ordered the vegan ones. The curry tofu is so good. There's also stuff with meat. They can do any kind of dietary restrictions. You guys, just head to Factor Meals right now and get this 50% off, okay? And now back to the episode. Speaking of great movies.
Yep.
Valentine's Day was not too long ago.
Yep.
Did you have plans? I kind of doubt it.
I went to, it's very hurtful, and you're not wrong. I went to a singles party.
You did?
I did last night.
Oh, are you allowed to talk about it?
I mean, not considering the first half of this podcast,
great.
but I talked about a different thing.
Okay, great.
But it was very nice.
Okay, it was nice. I love it.
It was great. It was very nice.
Well, I'm glad you had your singles party to go to. I was working. I was emceeing an event downtown.
How romantic.
It was so romantic. It really was, because I got to MC Romeo and Juliet by Baz Luhrmann at the $1 Million Theater downtown. There was a cabaret performance. There was trivia. There was a dance contest. It was like everything I love all in one.
Sounds amazing. Also, don't remember the invite to this. And I do remember texting you from your recent street food cinemas, and I was like, would love to come to the next one. You said, definitely, you'll come to the next one. And then no invite.
I invited you to the next one, and you were
invited me to one next one.
I invited you to one next one. But okay, so this one was going to be a date, just me and Mitch. And
while you were
working. Well, originally I was like,
romantic and originally
originally I was
Mitch,
like,
you want to come and watch me host an event?
that's so hot to me. Watch me do my
you,
thing.
of course it is. Mitch is like, Jesus Christ.
I'm like,
I could be animating.
I'm like, I could be the star. I'm turned on. I'm wet inside and outside.
Now I know what your sex life is like. I just got a glimpse more than I needed.
We're gonna get to more of that, but so initially I saw that they were playing Romeo and Juliet, so I hit up my friends there because I've been doing events with them for like a very long time, and I was like, oh, I want to come, and then I was like, oh, do you guys have an MC? And they were like, no, you should MC. And so I was like, amazing, I'm in. And so that was after I'd already planned that it would be me and Mitch's date. So then it turned into work. But then we were going to still go because I mostly just work for make a couple announcements. For the most part, I'm hanging. There's like maybe 30 minutes.
I wouldn't know. I would love to know. One day I'd love to know what that's like.
One day you will.
Yeah,
when you get a real hot tub, you'll get, you'll get the invite.
You bitch.
So then I invite like maybe there was like a couple friends who I knew were single and wouldn't have plans.
Oh, so I thought it was a date night. So you invited single friends who you knew wouldn't have plans. You just said you assumed I didn't have plans.
But also I invited people.
Oh, now it actually hurts.
So I invited people who I knew who I knew loved the film.
Oh, also I love the film.
I didn't know that.
Well, yeah. How would you know that? How do you know about other friends that they love Romeo and Juliet? This is insane.
It's a sense I have, okay?
Were there any other straight guys invited? Oh, there were.
Just one.
Who? Ellis?
No.
Who?
Just Craig, because I invited Erica.
Craig's not single.
Oh, so it wasn't a single guy, but he's straight. He's the only straight man there was with my girlfriend.
So you invited a guy who didn't need the singles event that you were...
No, yes. But also this was after. But here's the thing. Mitch, last minute, was like, I have to animate. He really was like, he's on a very tight deadline. He has to turn in a music video like next week. And he needed to animate. So I was like, don't worry, it's all good. So then I was like just inviting some random people throughout the day yesterday. And
throughout the day.
But I meant to invite you, but then I was like, Ben for sure has plans already.
Yeah, of course.
I thought for sure you would. And you did. You had a singles party.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have come, but I'm still angry.
Well, I mean, I knew you wouldn't have come because you didn't last time.
Nor did I last night.
Well, you know what's crazy is Leo was, I was like, it's fine. Leo will be my date because I had an astrologer on and he ran the charts, my astrology charts with Mitch and with Leonardo DiCaprio. Who do you think is the better match?
Leo,
like 10 out of 10,
sure.
Power couple.
Sure.
Like just a lot.
How did Mitch feel about that?
Mitch was like, this makes sense,
That makes sense.
I mean, Mitch and I are an 8 out of 10, solid.
And you and Leo were 10 out of 10?
10 out of 10.
How much were you skewing those answers, though?
I wasn't skewing.
Oh, it's charts.
It's charts. It's literally in the stars. It's written in the stars.
Except the only thing that makes you and Leo not a 10 out of 10 is your age.
My age, I know.
Your advanced age.
My advanced age as a 38-year-old.
Yeah,
I kind of aged out of Leo about 13 years ago.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
That boat has sunk.
But
that Titanic has hit the iceberg, and you're now the old lady dropping the heart of the ocean and going, whoops.
Wait, have you seen, sorry guys, I know I show everyone who's on, but have you seen my tattoo?
No, is this new? The heart of the ocean?
Isn't that cool?
Stop it.
Isn't it cool?
It is really cool, actually. It's maybe your best one.
Isn't it good?
It's very 3D.
Thank God. I paid a lot of money for it.
How much is that?
I'll tell you off air.
Okay. But I like it. I love that you always get pop culture tattoos. You're very committed.
I'm committed. I'm like, this is my personality. People who are like, this movie's my personality. This is my personality and my body at this point.
Yeah.
It's a body. It's my
You better not get it wet.
Yeah. Okay.
How'd the movie hold up?
It holds up. I love it. Jamie Kennedy's in it.
He is?
Yes, he's in it.
I love Jamie.
He's so great in it. He's in like the opening shot of the movie. He's one of the Montague boys, and he has pink hair, and he looks so great. And it was so great. But I will say, I found this with Titanic. I was like, okay, I feel like Jack is a little bit of a fuckboy. That's what I figured out watching it as an older person. And I kind of feel like Leo in Romeo and Juliet. Romeo is a little bit of a love bomber, if I'm being honest.
What's a love bomber? He like pretends like he's really in love with you.
Well,
Just to like get laid?
Now this makes me feel like maybe you're a love bomber if you don't know what it means.
I don't know. Why would not knowing what something means make me the thing?
Because maybe you have it and you don't know. You don't have self-awareness.
Maybe I'm a vampire. I mean, what kind of reasoning is that? You assume I don't have I have plans. You assume I'm a love bomber. What does it mean? Maybe I am.
So a love bomb, when you love bomb someone, basically you like do all these grand gestures of love, like you're really into the person for like the first couple weeks.
I don't even want to pick her up on the first date.
Okay, that's true. You're definitely not a love bomber. But like extravagant gifts, just like saying these really intense like things about how much you love them, just really like overwhelming them.
How much you love them or like them?
Really like them. Like just
I might say some stuff like that, but I feel it.
But constantly saying
no, not constantly.
And then and then just switch flips and you're like done.
No.
Not long after that. Like I think with borderline personality disorder.
You think I would be a love bomber?
No, I mean, I don't know. You're a comic, you know.
You were my closest friend. You think that I might be... Have you... What?
This is why I don't date comics, because a lot of the like...
This is why you don't know details about your friends. This is why you don't date comics, because of your mistaken assumptions without diving deep into the facts?
The only people in comedy that I have dated have been love bombers. I'll tell you off air.
Two hot ones.
Two hot ones?
Or two things off air you got to tell me about.
I know. Two hot ones.
Intro, all right.
But you've never heard of love bombing?
Well, how long did you date a comedian for? What was your longest comedian dating?
Like a few months, because here's the thing with love bombing, I've always found that like it's always the guy hardcore pursuing, and I'm always kind of like whatever about it. And then the second I make the turn and like open myself up and I'm into it and I'm like, okay, this feels real. That's when...
No, we don't want that.
Yeah, you guys want the chase.
We want that. No, we want that.
The right guys want that.
Yeah,
the good ones, like you.
Yeah, they apparently are just learning now.
But here's the thing about Romeo.
20 years into the friendship.
It really is like 20 years.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, but here's the thing about Romeo. He sees her at the party, and then he's like chasing her around. He's like, let's make out. Then he like stalks her, shows up at her house, pulls her into the pool, and like professes his love, tells her, she basically gives him blue balls and asks her to marry him. Then the next day they get married. Then he kills her cousin. And then he goes over to like bone her. Like,
and then they both die. Accidentally, but on purpose.
Yeah, and this one
it's the worst story.
It really is a bad story.
It's so shitty. That really is so sad at the end when they each think that the other one is not dead and they are dead. And oof.
But especially in the Baz Luhrmann version, it's
I love Baz Luhrmann.
Me too. But her fingers start moving like as before, and you're like, no.
And he doesn't see it happen.
And he doesn't see it, and then she like opens her eyes and she touches his face right as he's taking the poison.
All of his movies end with him and his lover like dying together. Cold and him not, and he's like, this is a great script, but in the end, does the girl who's now older than 27 die? If not, I am not interested. This is a hard clause in my contract.
No, that's so funny.
My God.
No, but it does hold up. It's so stylized.
I love the sound. Love me, love
me. So good.
Who sang that? The
Cardigans.
The Cardigans.
That was my first.
You're wearing a cardigan in honor of. That's a sweater.
It's a sweater.
Is there a difference?
Yes, there is. A cardigan is a button-up.
Okay. I have to get angry about it.
The Cardigans were my first concert I ever saw.
Well, that's sad. I wouldn't like repeat that a lot.
Really?
Really?
They were opening for Beck.
Oh, that's better. Oh, they're opening for Beck. That's cool.
It was in 1996, so I went to see him because I was obsessed with Romeo and Juliet.
Who am I criticizing? My first concert was the Monkees with Weird Al opening.
Get the fuck... Leave the podcast. Get out of here. I saw Weird Al once. I took Mitch to see him in 2015. Mitch went to the bathroom. Weird Al comes over and there's a open seat next to me. He humps my face.
What?
He puts his leg on the seat next to me and like gyrates on my face just in the middle of the show because he's like a weirdo.
Oh, he was performing.
Yes.
But he didn't make contact with your face.
No, he didn't make contact.
He follows me on Twitter.
He does?
I can message him and say, dude.
No, it was great. Everyone loved it.
You loved it too.
We loved it.
Okay, great. I do love Weird Al. He's also a great musician. He sits in with Ben Folds and like his albums and things.
Oh, really?
He's a very talented musician. He doesn't play the accordion on that. Other instruments. He's a famous accordion player.
Oh, okay.
Did you see that movie about his life? That was like
Not
this
yet.
like fake. It was really funny. Like in the movie, like he like dates Madonna, and he's like, it's this like fake version of his life, and it's amazing. And it's this like dream version of what he thinks his life.
I heard it was really good.
It was pretty good. I watched it very like tired and high one night, and only got through half. But I'd like to finish it and restart it from the beginning.
You should.
I met Baz Luhrmann. I worked with Baz Luhrmann recently. Worked with this broad, but I was hosting the Cinema Audio Awards in the award season last year. When it was one of the big, 7 award shows. It's probably 7th, but still, it's not nothing.
It's not 10th,
It's not 10th out of 7. That's a fact. God, I never released the monologue I planned on releasing. Anyway. And he was there. He presented, and I asked him for a picture. We were like in the kitchen, great lighting in like industrial kitchens, bright light. And he said, sure. But he liked my monologue, complimented my monologue, was very nice because he's such an artist. I'm like, I love your movie so much. And I was like, no, implying like, put me in that shit. I told jokes about audio.
Yeah.
I'd probably be a great actor. And implying that, stuff that he probably felt in his soul.
I'm sure he felt
much like
it.
you don't even know the kind of person I am in relationship 20 years into our friendship, so he probably didn't get the vibe. But the point is, and he's like, sure, but he's like, let me take it. He took my phone and he did it. He was very selfie conscious to make sure it was Baz Luhrmann's best angles. Can I be honest? We both look great in these photos.
You got to, I'm sorry, if Baz Luhrmann, one of the
he cinematographed our photo shoot.
You let him direct the selfie.
We both looked great.
That's great.
I'll send you the picture.
Please send it to me.
I want you to post it.
I'll post it. I will post it. When this podcast comes out, I will post it.
Great.
What's your favorite Baz Luhrmann movie?
Moulin Rouge.
Really?
Oh, I just love it so much.
Yeah.
You don't love it. You have faces right now. You're like, you don't love it.
I love Moulin Rouge.
How do you not love it?
I think it's a little obvious to be. Have you seen the live show of Moulin Rouge?
No, that's a little obvious.
It's
choice.
Incredible.
Where is it at?
It was at the Pantages not long ago.
I have not seen it.
It's really good. If you're in New York, go see it. It's so fun. But
I love the way Ewan McGregor sings that movie. It's a big part of why I love it. I love his voice in it. He sings with such heart.
Yeah.
Come what may. Okay, I just ruined that. As I was singing that, I'm like, I got to stop immediately. I wasn't really hitting. I was doing better Fievel.
You stopped yourself. You're more of a Fievel than a Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, that's fair. I get that a lot.
No, Moulin Rouge is solid. Romeo and Juliet is it for me.
No, it's a great one. But what are his other movies? He has other ones.
Great Gatsby.
That's pretty good.
Elvis.
Not his best.
I didn't love Elvis. I preferred Priscilla to Elvis.
Yeah, there was a Priscilla movie?
Mm-hmm. Sofia Coppola.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'd like to see that.
It's really good.
Yeah, Tom Hanks ruined the Elvis movie.
Really bad.
Austin Butler was an amazing Elvis.
No, but here, let me say something. And no shade, he was very good. But Elvis is one of the most done impressions in the world.
I felt like I was watching Elvis that whole movie. It really came to life.
that's fine.
It's not a terrible point you're making, because it ain't that hard to do.
People in Vegas do it. They've been doing it for years and decades.
Thank you very much for saying that.
Exactly. I'm sorry. Is that Elvis?
Yes.
Is that Austin Butler doing Elvis?
It's wonderful being here on your podcast, Glitter and Garbage.
So I have to say, I thought
good point. You're making a good point.
I know. I am making a good point. Jacob Elordi, to me,
who's that?
He plays Elvis in the Sofia Coppola Priscilla movie. I liked what he did much better.
Interesting.
Is it because he's taller than Austin Butler in real life?
Austin Buttons.
The curious case.
He ages backwards, baby. You know what I'm saying? He gets from fat Elvis down to skinny Elvis. The curious case of
See, that'd be a good
Elvis
movie.
Buttons.
That would be incredible.
Be good. Yeah, he starts dying on the toilet with pills, and he ends up this young boy stealing black dance moves in Memphis.
Exactly. And going out with 14-year-olds.
Is that what he did? Well, he was 14 himself. No,
Priscilla was 14 when they met.
14?
Yes, that's the other problem I had with that movie. They just glazed over all that, which is fine, but the Priscilla movie.
Interesting. The Priscilla movie dived into that?
It doesn't dive in. What I liked about it is it didn't really
dive in the way Elvis did. You know what I mean?
No, it didn't. But it didn't. Supposedly, he didn't do anything except, I don't even know if he kissed her when they were 14, but they were definitely involved.
Oh, that's an important detail.
No, but I
hope he didn't. I hope he was just like,
I don't really know.
We're going to keep a safe distance and shake hands.
They started kind of.
Did he pick her up on the first date?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
From her parents' house. So.
Desperate.
Yeah.
Love bomber.
Yep, love bomber.
He's a love bomber.
I bet he was a love bomber.
Oh, for sure. I love you, Priscilla. I'll touch you in 4 years.
Yeah.
My God.
But no, they were hanging out when I think he was 19 and she was 14.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
That's not the move.
People like to glaze over that, but
that's not the move.
What I liked about Sofia Coppola's movie is she didn't.
I like her.
I love her. First of all her movies.
Lost in Translation is one of the great movies ever.
So good, and her movies are all just vibes. It's just vibey, and I really liked what Jacob Elordi did. He really let the character come through.
I've never heard the sounds of Jacob Elordi more than this podcast.
I love him. Everyone knows.
I like the way you say. Can you say it one more time?
Jacob Elordi.
That's great.
He's my He's my new number one crush.
Him. Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. My favorite Baz Luhrmann project has to be that Sunscreen song. He was great in that.
Oh yeah,
that was weird that he recorded that one song.
Yeah.
What did you think of Ana de Armas, who I know is a favorite of both of ours, Marilyn Monroe biopic?
So, I had a hard time because
I had a hard time too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do know. First of all, she looked beautiful. I thought. Beautiful. But the voice wasn't spot on for me.
There were times it was, and then times she had her accent popping through.
And I was trying to read, and
it didn't bother me though.
I think it was probably a choice that they made, but
no, I think she just slipped.
You think she slipped?
What, the choice was that sometimes she'd be Cuban?
But
here's my idea for Marilyn. Sometimes she's not her at all, but she's me.
But that's so weird to me that they wouldn't just reshoot it until she got it right.
Or just ADR those lines.
Yeah, that's what makes me feel like it was.
Why not ADR those lines?
Yeah, that's weird. I'm with you. So I honestly couldn't get through the movie because.
Also, there were a few shots that were literally a camera was inside her vagina.
Really?
Yeah. There was a few.
Maybe I need to go back.
There were, inside, like from the inside.
Oh.
Not aiming at. It was from the inside.
Oh, I was like, wow.
No, there were some it was very intense cinematography.
It was dark and.
They were trying to show like some very intense things.
Yeah, no, I know it was dark and everything, but the voice was taking me out of it too much, and I was watching it late at night and I was
She looked a lot like her.
She did. I thought, like I said, I thought she looked stunning. But, Michelle Williams did Marilyn. I think it was called My Week with Marilyn, and she was fantastic in that. But, yeah, Ana de Armas is so stunning. My
favorite part of the Michelle Williams version was when Dawson climbs through the window. I did love I don't want to wait. That one's more in my range also.
Yeah, that's more of a 5-0 range. Over. Wait, I do want to ask something about...
My favorite band is 5-0 for Fighting.
Wait, but Leo, I don't know if you saw this recently. You probably didn't because I get all the Leo updates because of my search history. But Leo and Tom Brady have been hanging out a lot.
Are they dating?
No.
Oh.
That would be hot, though. That'd be a hot
for you.
It'd be hot. Here's the thing. They both were with Giselle. Leo was with Giselle until she turned 25.
I don't even get it.
Really?
Oh, I don't get Giselle at all. At all. Confused in every way.
Really?
Confused in every way.
I think she's so gorgeous.
No.
Her cheekbones?
No one likes cheekbones. Some modeling agency decided that cheekbones are hot. They're not hot. They make someone look not like a human, not cute, not attractive.
Oh, I think she looks so
harsh, like a Bond villain.
I cannot disagree more.
Like Vigo from the second Ghostbusters, like evil villain.
She's so stunning.
No.
I wouldn't.
I'm not a zero attractor. If I could go out with her, I would hard pass.
Really?
Hard pass.
You definitely wouldn't pick her up from 35 minutes away.
No.
You wouldn't even invite her to your house, to your plastic hot tub.
I'd let her in the hot tub. By herself. I'd bring her snacks.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think she's so gorgeous.
No, you're objectively wrong about that.
Leo.
No, you're not objectively wrong because a lot of people agree. But
yeah, Leo and Tom Brady, two of the hottest guys. But I'm wondering, do you think it's come up? Well, Of
course it's come up.
You think?
What do you mean? Two people date the same person?
Have you ever, befriended someone who you've dated the same person, after the fact? Because it's Leo...
Dated, I don't think so, but slept with, yes.
This wasn't just slept with, though. Leo, they dated for, 5 years.
Really? That's a record for Leo.
Yeah. No, that's why, to me, I think she's the one that got away. But then... And they weren't...
There weren't many that got away.
Well, after her, they were not that far. I think they were only 5 years apart in their age difference. And then...
Well, he was 27 then.
Yeah.
That was okay for him.
Well, he was... I think when they started dating, he was 25 or 27 and she was 20. That's fine.
Be honest, are you most attracted to Leo in What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Oh, my God.
When he's up on that light pole, was that your Ultimate fantasy. Come down from that light pole, Leo. Oh my God.
No, for
me. I got some grapes.
For me, Romeo and Juliet is it. You just cracked yourself up with that one.
I could be doing of you offering Leo on a light pole grapes did crack me up. It's a very funny visual. I just pictured you being like, I got grapes.
Hey.
Then Mitch being like, Jesus Christ.
Poor Mitch.
I karaoke sang, not with Leo once, but in the booth next to Leo in the tiny venue that only had like 7 booths. It was basically a private party essentially.
Yeah.
And it was Leo, and then I rapped some Jay-Z. Leo was like, ooh, all right, fire.
Leo
Loved
said,
my skills.
all right, fire?
Yeah.
Are you serious 100%, right now?
Yeah. I killed it. And so it was a hard, fast Jay-Z song, and Leo liked it.
I mean, Leo's my ultimate, you know? I mean, again, I think Romeo and Juliet.
Actually, the way he shouted, that bar was fire. He shouted it from on top of a light pole, but I heard it. No, he was. He was. He was wearing a hat.
Oh, of course he was wearing a hat. He's always wearing a hat.
Always. Why?
So you've slept with someone and then befriended someone that's always also slept with that person, and then you guys...
That's correct.
Did you
I will have to off air tell you a very funny anecdote about that. This one cannot be air.
Oh no, I can't wait.
But
guys, sign up for the Patreon for all the air.
This one is very good.
That one's good?
Oh my God.
Okay. I'm trying to think, like, if anyone, like, I definitely know, I don't think I've ever boned a dude and then talked about it with another girl. Maybe one.
Really?
And I'll off air with you as well.
I went on a few dates with a girl who I wasn't that into, and then I introduced to a friend who then dated her for like 4 years.
Really?
That was nice.
Oh, that's good.
Many years.
Good for you.
Yeah, I really helped them out.
Yeah, you did.
Then they would come to my house sometimes for parties, and I'd be like, "You'll get the invite, don't worry, Justine." And it would be, I'd be really happy for them, but also it was a little strange.
Yeah.
To just have like this guy with like his love, and I'm like, I've slept with her.
Oh, you know what?
It's a little weird.
I really buried the lead here because
is that how you refer to sex now? Burying the lead? Since you want to be the star in your sexual relationships, burying the lead is when somebody plows it down with the star over here. The lead of her sexual encounters. Please welcome Justine Moreno.
No, so before Mitch, I had a friend from college, and he would hook up with my girlfriends and I would hook up with his guy friends. So I actually did hook up with 2 of Mitch's friends prior to dating Mitch. So I don't know that they've ever discussed it at length.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I've been to both of these guys' weddings.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Then I made the Mitch switch, that's what I called it.
The Mitch switch?
Mitch switch.
Oh my God.
Well, because I was like...
You don't know if Mitch ever talked to them about it?
I mean...
You never said to Mitch, like, did they ever mention me? Or
I don't think so.
Wow.
Well, what happened was one of them was like someone we'd always liked each other in college, but we were always dating other people. And then when I was like 26, we reconnected and boned in like a weird old house. Like
the most machine sentence. I really liked him, and then we boned in a weird old house. I mean, that is the best. You give one of them sloppy joes too?
The
Call
sloppy
back. Remember
joes? Call back.
Sloppy joes?
Yeah. Well, it's not too sloppy. It's the Justine special.
There really needs to be no sloppy.
There needs to be some wetness for someone who's all about getting in the hot tub and any body of water.
You didn't like it being wet on the outside.
Well,
I guess that's on the inside.
It is on the inside.
For you.
So, well, that's why you want
needs to be some amount, but
yes.
I'd like a minimum amount.
Okay. You like it neat and tidy.
Neat and tidy. I had a girl one time that just like...
Too much?
Way too much.
Not too much. You don't want to be
it was
like...
in my car. I'm like, can we please... I need
These
to
are
drive.
leather seats, okay?
I gotta drive home here. These are plastic seats. Top notch.
That's like that 3-6 Mafia song, Slob on My Knob. It's like the grossest
I like
title.
how hard I just judged that, considering the story I just shared a second ago. I'm no better.
Also, clearly people like it sloppy. Slob on My Knob is a popular song.
Oh, I don't get it.
But anyway, so I slobbed on his knob, and
my God.
no, but we boned, and then whatever
Do you call it boning in your sex life? Do you say to Mitch, want to bone? I feel like you call it boning.
No.
You sure?
No.
Okay.
I don't call it boning. I know when to turn it on.
Okay, well,
obviously for my comedy podcast, I'm not trying to turn the people on who were fucking listening.
Wait, but you said, you finished this story, and then you said earlier you were going to later get into what it is that you are indeed like. So you said, remember you said that?
Oh, yeah, but that was more in terms of like things that turn you on, because the comedy guy. So another story that I had seen this week was that Benny Blanco. Do you know who he is? He's a producer.
Huge music producer. Okay. Works with everybody.
I love him.
From, Selena Gomez, his current girlfriend, to the other people I Googled right before I came in here. Justin Bieber and others. So
he's Selena's new beau. They're super into each other, but he posted this.
He puts the bow in bone.
He does put the bow in bone for Selena. She is so into him, and
I am confused.
Here, really?
I mean, I just saw one picture of him. I'm like, it gives me hope for any. Anyone can get any. I mean, he's one of the great songwriters and producers. He's
probably
of all time.
Way talented. I'm sure he's very, very charming. Yeah. And he's cool. He's got a cool vibe.
Any of these girls that are into guys that are talented, please, DMs are open for me here, because I'm looking for some.
I think he probably has a real hot tub.
I'll pick you up on the first date.
Yeah,
a real hot tub.
I think
probably
he does.
True. It's probably true.
But he made Selena these fried pickles. He did this recipe of making fried pickles. He ordered them from her, like this special place in Texas, and made them, and was like, this is how you get laid.
Yeah, that was the last line of his TikTok, was like, so make these and get laid.
Yeah.
And it's like, first of all, I immediately wanted to buy those pickles. I'm like, I want to freeze frame and get them Texas pickles. Mm-hmm. But secondly, I love that Selena loves pickles. Her boyfriend's Jewish. The guy's real name is like Benjamin Cohen or something.
Well,
Benjamin Levine.
I believe he's Jewish and Sicilian. It's like if we had a child.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. He's our little baby.
Kid would be, his name is Benny. I can see a little Benny.
And his name's Benny.
It's true.
Benny Blanco.
That's right. I'm not firing Blancos over here. You know what I mean?
No, you're not. Not with fucking your son. I'll stop. Wait, but I was gonna say, what have you ever done anything weird like that? Like, not necessarily sexual, but like to get laid. One of the comic guys I got while he was love bombing me bought me season 2 of Punky Brewster on DVD. Cute. And that was like, panties are dropped, my man.
Because of Punky Brewster.
Punky Brewster. That sounds weird. We loved it. Mm-hmm. We bonded over how much we loved it.
Did he make you call him Mr. Warnemont?
Oh, Punky. That's like,
oh, Punky.
Punky.
Punky. Instead of, this is what, a lot of people don't know this, but when Justine has an orgasm, it sounds like this. Maybe the world is blind. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Or just a little unkind. But that's what you sing after they love bomb and ghost.
That is. And this guy was a love bomber, let me tell you. I actually just gave those DVDs away at one of my Comedy Store shows. Shimmy Shimmy Ya. Next one is this Monday. This episode will come out after that, so it'll be too late. But wait, have you ever done anything that's like weirdly specific like that? Like a pickle or a very specific season of a DVD?
Yeah. I mean, the one that pops right into head was kind of a very embarrassing, sad story. But in high school, there was this girl that a real crush on named Jamie Cohn. Beautiful girl. And I knew she loved the show Roseanne. And it was in production. So I got tickets to a taping of Roseanne for her.
What?
4 tickets. And I handed it to her. She was like really like one of the most popular girls in school too, with like hang with only the hottest girls. And I was not.
Beverly Hills High?
It was.
Yeah.
And I was not in that crew at all. But I gave her the tickets in math class. And she was like, oh my God, it's the most thoughtful gift anyone's ever given me. And then she's like, do you want to come? And I was like, yeah, I want to come. Sure. Sounds good. And so I had to like get a ride to her house, and then they drove like the even hotter, like even like more popular. They were equally hot, but even more. Anyway, you get the point. One of them drove their Range Rover, and I'm in the back left seat. And I had a speech problem growing up, and it would like rear its head, especially when I was nervous. And I was so uncomfortable being in the car with these 3 really hot, popular girls. I did not say one word the entire ride there. Literally, at one point, the girl I was driving, Jen, was like, you know you're allowed to talk, right, Ben? And I was like,
Oh, no.
And I couldn't talk. And then at the taping, I was able to, so then we're in line for the taping, and we don't get in. It was oversold.
Yeah.
We don't get in. I like maybe was able to say 2 words like while we were standing there. And then, so we drive back. I remember this vividly. Then they play the Aerosmith Get a Grip album, which I loved, and it's like their greatest hits album. And I was able to sing always. That's why I like singing a lot. It's like you open your vocal cords and you relax. So I sang with them the whole
story
album.
of a pop star making it, you know. I couldn't communicate.
I'm like Lady Gaga in A Star Is Born.
Yes.
Come on out and sing the song. And the crowd goes nuts. And so I sing, and then at the end of it, she's like, well, they give us tickets for next week. Do you want to go again? And I'm like, sure. And we go again, and again, I can't talk the entire car ride there and back till they put the album back on, and I was able to sing. We got into taping the second time, and it was great, but I just couldn't. I was so embarrassed.
So that was a failure.
It was a failure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but that was the gift. So panties did not drop.
Oh, that's a bummer.
I mean, maybe when they went to change into pajamas that night.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for it. You know what I mean?
Okay, so lesson learned: stick to Texas Pickles and Punky Brewster.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if as an adult I ever gave a specific gift to a girl like that. I can't think of it. Nothing's popping. I'm sure I certainly have.
Yeah. I'm sure you have.
I'm sure I have. Like my ex loved Taco Bell, and I surprised her with like all of the Taco Bell items she loved.
Well, that's nice.
I guess.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound impressive telling it back right now.
I mean, Punky Brewster season 2.
Could have probably done better. Yeah.
Yeah. Punky.
Cherry.
Well, actually, it was the one where Cherry gets stuck in the refrigerator. We had bonded over it, you know.
Yeah.
And how much we loved that episode.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a great show.
It really was good.
You know who she ended up marrying, Punky?
The producer
Jason Goldberg, producer of Punk'd.
Are they still married?
I think so. I don't know, but he was my boss on The Real Wedding Crashers. Him and Ashton Kutcher produced The Real Wedding Crashers, and Goldberg psychologically tortured me during the production, but also was a great guy and gave me a big opportunity.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's great.
So you could see how that relationship probably went for him.
Yeah.
For her.
It was great, I'm sure.
But he actually seemed like he was whipped by her, though.
I bet.
He took it out on me.
It's Punky Brewster. How could you not be?
Iconic.
Icon. Yeah. 80s icon.
Really great one.
Okay. Speaking of dating and breakups, did you see the Hot Ones host, Sean Evans?
Oh my God.
By the
way, we are running a little...
Oh, too long?
My Patreon hang is in 11 minutes.
Oh, shit.
And I need to be home. But, other than that, impossibility. Everything's fine. Keep going. What about Hot Ones? We're only about an hour 15 deep at this point. It's fine. What is it? No, it might only be an hour 5 deep.
I scheduled for an hour and a half of time.
Oh, great. I'm fine. I'll just do it from the car.
Last time someone was 30 minutes late. I'm not going to say who, but one person. I do want to give you props. You were on time today.
Thank you. I was like stunned.
Yeah. That's because I said to him, I mapped it for you. I was your assistant. I go, you must leave at this time.
And literally, I thought I was going to be able to squeeze the pedicure in somewhere here in Burbank before. So bad time management. I was like, maybe I'll be able to get like a 20, 30 minute. And I pulled up at like 2:59. Yeah. I don't know how I could have possibly done more than a quick 7-Eleven and McDonald's stop.
Yeah, you're insane.
Impossible.
You are insane.
So,
Well, we can just wrap up if you want to go.
No, you got Hot Ones host, please.
Okay, great.
He's dating a porn star. They broke up on Valentine's Day.
They did, but
it's not okay.
Have you ever dated?
I don't even know how any of this is a story.
Have you dated a porn star before?
And we're out of time. So you're right. We should have probably just wrapped it. I think probably the right time is to wrap it right before. I think dated's a strong word. And we'll be back. Hello and welcome back to Glitter and Garbage.
I used to be good friends with a porn star. She dated one of our friends. Your old friends. I don't know that you're friends with him anymore.
My old friend? Mm-hmm. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So I used to be good friends with her, and we went to Disneyland together.
Porn stars are wonderful people.
She's great. She used to come. She would bring her mom to my shows and stuff. They're wonderful, but people are saying that he dumped her because it got out. Everyone, as soon as the story broke, everyone was like, he felt like it was weird.
What, a porn star was beneath the host of the Hot Wings web series? I mean, talk about unnecessary judgment.
I'm with you. And
she should have dumped him on Valentine's Day.
I agree. And she's way hot, too.
I don't know who she is, but I
when I saw them together, I was like,
that it disappeared.
I was like, oh, good for him. Like, that was the thought I had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, okay.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. I was dumped on Valentine's Day once. It's the worst feeling possible.
Really?
I mistakenly, though, ended up getting back with her at the end of that day after, getting real drunk and being very upset. We got back, and it was the biggest mistake. And I was dating a girl, and her best friend was dating my best friend, and they both broke up with us together on Valentine's Day. But them two stayed broken up, and I got back with her that night, and I wish to God I didn't.
I've been there where I've gotten back with someone and wished to God I didn't.
Oh, somebody breaks up with you on Valentine's Day. It's over. You don't run back to that situation.
You never do. That's crazy, though.
I also got broken up with on my birthday once. That's even worse.
What?
Like specifically my birthday. And the girl was like trying to get back for years. I'm like, you broke up with me on my birthday.
Yeah. No, thank you.
No.
Hard pass.
Hard pass.
All right, Ben, we've got to get you out of here. You've got a lot to do. Did we decide what you're going to do on the date? Are you going to go pick her up or are you going to push it?
I think you convinced me I have to pick her up, but...
If you made the plan, you don't want to come off as
8
flaky.
p.m.
You don't want to come off as flaky.
Well, is it flaky to have a human humanly say, I have a crazy day, didn't realize how early my flight was? It seems human.
Yeah, no, it seems more like you're really bad at planning and time management, which you are, and I know you are, but I don't want this. I want you to have the best shot.
Thank you. I mean, I'm not particularly worried about that aspect of it.
Yeah, but don't you want to put your best foot forward? But I guess
park outside of her place, climb the nearest light pole, and eat grapes up there,
and get in there. But also, I guess you should let her see the real you. So maybe.
Yeah. Also, that's another good point. It's like it's not like I'm a bastion of time management.
Yeah.
I think we both know that.
Yeah, I know that. You roll in and like walk onto the plane when you're flying out.
That is true.
You're like, I was flown with you, and I'm like, is he gonna make it? But I think we should get you out of here.
All right.
Are you going to do your Patreon hang from the car?
I'm going to have to do it from the car, the first half of it in the car, I think.
Okay, great.
So that'll be
great.
Nice and filled with anxiety for everybody watching me talk to them on video while I drive. I'm fine with it, but also they probably don't love it as much because then I can't make as much eye contact, you know?
Yeah, they're going to love it.
They'll love it. It'll be great.
You could just stay parked here and do it from
then I have an extra half hour of driving to do, and then
true.
I already have such little time in this day.
We've got a lot to do.
You understand how that goes.
You should leave right away.
I'm out of here.
Okay, great. You guys, thank you so much. Where can everyone find you, Ben?
I'm right here. I'm here. Oh, you mean in the future? Mm-hmm. You can follow me at Ben Gleib on Instagram. Mm-hmm. That's where I live. I live on Instagram. DMs are open. It's like text to me. So you basically have my phone number.
Great.
Keep that in mind. My special, The Mad King, you can watch it on YouTube. Links in my IG bio. My first special is on Amazon Prime, Neurotic Gangster. Also links in the IG bio. Mm-hmm. That's really all people need to know. You can watch my game show Idiot Test still. It's on Game Show Central. I've just been told it's on Game Show Central on Pluto TV, Philo TV. It's on like Samsung phones. It's on all the streaming devices.
Love it.
You can watch the first 95 episodes before the show got really good.
Amazing.
You were on the show.
I was on the show. That's when I got really good.
I asked out your partner.
My partner.
Your partner
you did.
on the show. She's married now. Did you see that?
No.
She got married. They're like a big power couple now.
Really?
Yep.
Well, she's done a lot of work since then.
Done a lot of work. Very attractive woman.
She was hot.
My God.
Yeah, she was great. She was really sweet too.
She was really sweet.
All right,
we
you
still
guys.
follow each other. It's basically like dating.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just with the minor issue of her husband. But other than that,
never seeing them in person and it being completely very far removed.
And the plastic hot tub and everything, yeah.
Yeah, I do. Maybe I should get one that has hard sides.
You guys, this has been a weird one. You're the best. Thank you so much, Ben Gleib. We'll see you next time on Glitter and Garbage. Goodbye.
Glitter and garbage.